Hi, it's Elvire Smith. And I was asked a question the other day. And the question, I'll read it out to you because I wrote it down because it was so important. What books have had the greatest impact in shaping how I view myself and the world? And I've been thinking about that, and I've been looking at the books that I have been reading and I am still reading. And I just wanted to share that with you because I believe there is power in sharing from my knowledge. And if I can help you in some way, then that would be really worth it. The book that has had the biggest impact on my life is The Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. That book has had an incredible influence on my life because I learned that through your thinking, you can change everything. You shape your life. So that was a very important book. Below the blog, you will see the Think and Grow Rich morning motivational call, the mastermind call that we have, that I invite you to join us on. There's about 400 to 500 people live on the call. This call has been going on for 3 years. I would almost call it a magical call. Just join in. And if you cannot early in the morning, then listen to the replay of the call. Another book, of course, as I progress on, was the movie that came, The Secret. But the book is, of course, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. These are old books. I mean, The Science of Getting Rich was written in 1907. Think and Grow Rich was written in 1937. Yet all of it still rings true today. It's amazing. These books have shaped my life in so far also in viewing the world that it's 2013 right now. And I see so many people wandering around aimlessly in life. They have no clue. And I go like, what a shame. All this material is available for free. For free. You have no excuse. You can download it, you can go to the library, you can hop on a call in the morning as we do. I approach people, or I don't really approach them, but sometimes, in the supermarket or wherever you are, you get into a conversation with somebody, and I just sometimes carefully bring it up, and I get this resistance, like, oh no, you cannot, the circumstances are what they are, and everything is happening to me. Whatever happens to you, you are a victim. You have to own it. You have to claim it, you own it, and when you own it, you can change it. Nothing happens to you. You create it. You create it all. So that's one of the things that I have learned. Other books that have had tremendous impact on my life is this one, Psycho-Cybernetics. I've talked about that before, by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. There you go, Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Huge impact. It's about the thinking, and it's about your servo mechanism, or as I like to call it, your biocomputer that determines your life. You can program yourself. You think the computer is smart? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's but a weak derivative of what we humans are capable of. But we don't feel good enough. We don't think we're worthy. We don't believe it, blah, blah, because we're shaped in our early childhood. So that book, again, has had a huge impact on my life. I'm reading it again for the umpteenth time. Every time I learn something new. Another great book, The Magic of Believing, by, I don't know, it doesn't say his name on here. Yes it does, in the small print, by Claude Bristol, written in the 60s. Great book. Talks about believing, talks about, again, the power of thought, the power of believing in that we cannot touch, see, feel, but we can feel it. Sorry, feeling goes out. You cannot see it, you cannot touch it, you cannot smell it, but you can sense the power in the air. We all are connected. There is something, a power bigger than we are. That's what that is all about, the believing. Magnificent book. Small pocket, small print, unfortunately, because it was created so many years ago. Has impacted me. I'm reading it again, and I'm reading it again with different eyes, different understanding. Other books. This is a good one. The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Great book. Very nicely written book. Esther is a medium. She's a vehicle for a group of spiritual entities that have come together to help us remember who we are by giving us information that is crystal clear if you really know how to listen to it. Not easy always, not easy, but you know what? We can. So that is great. And the entities are in a group, they change, and they're called Abraham because Abraham is the name that we give to a teacher. Great book. A bit of a different kind of book that helped me is Happy for No Reason. Why aren't we happy? Marcy Shimoff. Great book. Why aren't we happy? This book helps you to research your own unhappiness, boost your own happiness. Magnificent book. It's a compilation of many, many techniques that many mentors, many experts are bringing to the market, and she sort of put it together in a very nice way. It's great, mixed in with stories of people who she met who are examples of happiness, and it has nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. So it's a great book to read. Another series of books, probably one of my favorites, is The Conversations with God. You see how I read these books? I read them with all these little markings on them. That's what I love to do. This is book 1, The Conversations with God, an uncommon dialogue written by Neale Donald Walsch, of course, in cooperation with God. You can believe it or you cannot believe it. That's up to you. I totally believe it. I harmonize with it because as beautiful as the Bible is, those were not the only people who were receiving messages from God. It just goes on and on and on. Another book that I have not yet given myself the time to read is A Course in Miracles, which was written in the 80s, I think 1980. Beautiful book as well. I know little pieces of it, but not enough. There's more than just the Bible. Life is life, and we're constantly in contact with the higher entity. So far, these books have really, truly influenced my life. Another book, one of my favorites, this one, Heal Your Body by Louise Hay. It just dovetails in with what is written in those books. You know, you're thinking stuff into results. You think it into results. Everything you think will become a result, will manifest. At some level, at some point, it will manifest, good and bad. So that dovetails in because we hold more negative thoughts in our mind. We have more negative conversations. Why am I not good enough at this? And why does nothing ever work out? And why don't I have any money? Why am I broke? And why don't I have a good relationship? And it's always the negative stuff. And that results in dis-ease in the body, dis-ease, unharmony in the body, aka disease, sickness in the body. Not my words, not so much her words. Louise Hay, 2,500 years of Chinese medicine that she has sort of translated to everyday, understandable English in the way we live now. There are many, many more books. This is a great book, The Power of Now, because basically by Eckhart Tolle, that's what's helping me understand also. Not an easy read, but a great book, because we only have the now. We don't have the future. We don't have the past. It's now is all we have. This is a great book, The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, written by, where is her name? Oh, Edwene Gaines. Great book. There are so many of these fabulous books. The Secret of the Millionaire Mind. You know what? Here's the thing, by Harv Eker. All these books contribute. So saying that there is one book that has truly changed my life, I would say The Think and Grow Rich. That is probably one of the ones that totally started me on the path. Anthony Robbins, Awaken the Giant. I have it somewhere also. Helped me. I even read that before Think and Grow Rich. Conversations with God. Huge influences. The Magic of Thinking Big. Great book by David Schwartz. Also, it's all these bits and pieces. And right now I'm reading this brand new book, which is really hilarious. You Are Badass, written by Jen Sincero. that is like a compilation of everything in there for somebody who's totally new at starting to recreate their life, who says, and she really talks about it, you think your life sucks, and she goes on and on. She speaks the language of 2013. The book was written this year, so that's a great book. So my greatest books are still The Science of Getting Rich, the whole Science of Getting Rich program by Bob Proctor, which helped me tremendously. Books from Dr. Wayne Dyer. Excuses Be Gone is a really, really good one. But it's not specifically one book. But if I have to pin it down to one book, yeah, I would say The Think and Grow Rich. That's the starter. But there is so much more after that comes after. Once you're on this track, you can't stop anymore. It's so exciting. It's like you're addicted, like you're hungry. The Master Key of Charles Haanel. I can go on and on. So how does it change me to view the world? I feel that I have a huge mission in helping others learn, if not only a little bit, but hopefully more than just a little bit, about how powerful they are. Powerful beyond understanding. Powerful to not only create their own life to unfathomable heights and joy and pleasure and giving to others, but also help others in the process. Grow, grow, grow. That's what it's all about. And that's what's giving me the joy. That's why I'm doing this. Hopefully you get this video, you look at it, you look down, you look at my blog, you come on our call in the morning, and if need be, contact me. And I just love to help you. I'd love to help people step into their power, because you know what? We're powerful. We have no clue. We have absolutely no clue yet. And still we're stumbling along the road with bloody knees and being miserable, being obese. Where do you think obesity comes from? It's from being miserable. So if this has helped you a little bit, then please, please, please leave me a comment and pass it on to others. Send the link to others who you think may need it. I appreciate that. Thank you for assisting me in creating a much better world than we have right now. Namaste.